Hey, it's Brian, creator of Smart Connect and Smart Connections, and I just wanted to preface this next video because I wasn't really sure if it was going to turn into something that I published as I was making it. Basically, I am working on making Obsidian canvas files work better in Smart Connections, and one of the ways that I am making that happen is by creating a function that converts the canvas into a Markdown file. So I decided to use the Smart Connect software and a custom GPT with a new custom action that runs, tests, and returns the output of the test to the GPT. So in this video, you'll see me go from an empty function that was just returning an empty string to making the test pass. For a little bit more background, I wrote the test case first, so this would be an example of test-driven development where I created a canvas file that includes a couple groups and nodes that are connected to each other, and I also created a Markdown file with what I imagine that canvas would look like if the content was converted into a Markdown node. So what you'll see on the video is ChatGPT going ahead and running the test case, updating the code, running the test case again until it makes the test case pass. And this was my first attempt at something like this, and I was a little surprised that it worked, honestly, so I'm really happy about that. I wanted to share this with you because I think that this is a really cool workflow. You know, I've been watching other programmers just put entire files of code into ChatGPT and then copy and pasting the output back into their repository and then copy and pasting that back into ChatGPT and just like going back and forth and back and forth. And it reminded me of when I was transcribing my notes using ChatGPT and I was outputting everything to code blocks so that I could easily copy and paste into my notes. But then when I made a Smart Connect transcribe GPT, I now am able to just take a picture and the content of my handwritten notes just ends up in a file in my Obsidian. And while it seems like a very small improvement to just skip that copy and paste part of the workflow, through this transcribing handwritten notes, I'm realizing that it's actually saving much more time than I ever anticipated. You know, so like if I'm taking 5 pictures of, you know, like a dozen handwritten notes on different note cards, the 10 seconds it takes to copy and paste gets multiplied into maybe 120 seconds. And then, you know, if you're talking about copy and pasting code, there's also the potential for kind of just screwing that process up. So I think having the GPT be able to directly edit the code, run the tests, and continue to iterate is potentially a huge time saver. And without further ado, here's the video. It's there. This one. Oops. Okay, let's see if we can finish up getting these tests to pass so that Canvas files can be integrated with smart connections a little better. Right before this, I added to the GPT instructions to output code directly into the file. But I guess it didn't listen to that instruction. Let's see if we can improve that instruction while it's doing its thing. Sometimes it just takes rewording things a little bit. So hopefully next go around that will work. I also probably should have refreshed the other ChatGPT page in case it had a reference to an older version of the GPT. It's tough to know. Okay, I mean I'm running the Smart Connect software on my desktop computer over here, and it is getting better. This test is mostly passing now. In case you didn't sit through the initial 5 minutes, basically the initial function was just returning an empty string. So it is kind of impressive that it's already getting pretty close to outputting the correct information. Are we taking a lunchtime swim?
Yeah.
Nice. How long do you need? Okay, this should hopefully be done in a second. Okay, let's try this one more time. This time we're going to refresh this page to hopefully have the updated GPT. I like to start out in the GPT 4.0 because while OpenAI says that the GPTs are using 4.0, it doesn't really seem like that. Run tests and update the relevant code to make the test pass. And also I notice if you use this all tests have passed successfully. Let's check that. Oh wow. I guess even though there was an error on that last run, I guess it worked. As we can see, test pass. That is pretty cool. Okay, well, that was a demo of the Smart Connect Code GPT, which I hope to make public soon. The action for running tests is actually a custom action that I just created this morning. It's actually quite simple. I think that it will be published as a custom community action or as an action built into the official Smart Connect Code GPT when that gets released, or possibly both. Cool. Thanks for watching. And sorry for my sick, I'm a little under the weather, but sorry if my noises bother you.